AITA for stopping my brother's car payments after he proposed to my ex at my birthday dinner? All of this happened 2 months ago, and I am still processing the sheer audacity of my family. I am 32 years old, and my younger brother Logan is 28. He decided to announce his engagement to my ex-fiancée at my birthday dinner, the dinner I paid for entirely. But we will get to that nuclear moment later. 3 years ago, everything seemed to change for me. I met Natalie at a tech conference in Austin. She was 27. Smart, beautiful, funny, with a laugh that made everyone around her smile. We connected immediately. Our first date turned into one of those magical nights where you talk until 4 in the morning and realize the restaurant closed 3 hours ago. She understood my humor, appreciated my work ethic, and did not see me as an ATM. For the first time in my life, I felt like someone really saw me for who I was, not for who they needed me to be. We dated for a year before moving in together. She made my life better in every way. She brought me coffee during late-night coding sessions. She truly listened when I talked to her about work projects. She supported my goals. We traveled together, Vancouver, Seattle, San Diego. We built a beautiful life as true partners. We split expenses fairly. We made decisions together. We respected each other's space and careers. Sometimes she came to my office with lunch or met me after work for happy hour with Garrett and other friends. Everyone adored her. Garrett's girlfriend, Brianna, and Natalie became very close. They went out to brunch and girls' nights. I felt like everything finally fit. I proposed on our second anniversary at a resort in Sedona. I spent $12,000 on the ring because she deserved something special. She cried, said yes, and we started planning our future together. We talked about children, about maybe buying a house with a yard, about growing old together. All those things you think about when you find your person. That was when Logan met her. I should have seen the red flags. At first, it seemed innocent. Family dinners where Logan captured Natalie's attention, asked her about her work, made her laugh with his jokes. Natalie thought he was sweet. She called him the fun brother. I thought it was nice that they got along. Logan was being charming and sociable. He arrived on time for dinners, helped out, asked Natalie intelligent questions about her career. Mom constantly commented that Natalie was a good influence on him. Dad said that maybe Logan was finally maturing, seeing what success looked like through my relationship. Then Logan started texting her directly for advice about a girl he was seeing or what he should give Mom for her birthday. Natalie showed me the messages and laughed about how lost Logan was with women. I did not think much of it because I trusted her fully. Looking at it now, I can see exactly how he played his cards. Logan has always been charming. That is how he has gotten away with being useless his whole life. He texted Natalie when I was at work. He invited her to lunch with the excuse of getting to know his future sister-in-law better. She told me about those lunches. She said Logan was finally maturing, that he asked her for advice on how to fix his life. I was even happy. I thought my brother was finally growing up and using Natalie as a positive influence. She came home saying that Logan just needed direction, that he was actually very smart and had simply not found his path. She believed in him in a way I had stopped believing years ago. God, I was an idiot. The messages became more frequent. Natalie stopped mentioning them. She started taking calls in another room. I noticed she was on her phone more, smiling at messages. Classic signs, but I did not want to see them. She was the woman I was going to marry. Why would I doubt her? 6 months ago, everything got strange. Natalie started picking fights over unimportant things. She said I worked too much, that I was boring, that maybe we had rushed the engagement. We had circular arguments where she accused me of not being spontaneous enough, of not being fun enough, and she would stop herself. But I knew that, just like with Logan, she had started comparing us more directly. Logan just jumps in without thinking so much. Why can't you be more relaxed like your brother? You're so focused on work that you forget to live. I tried everything. I planned surprise trips. I took time off work. I suggested couples therapy. She seemed receptive for a day and then went back to being distant. Something was not right, but I kept telling myself it was just pre-wedding jitters. We were 8 months away from getting married. There was plenty of time to fix whatever was bothering her. Then Valentine's Day arrived. I had everything planned, a reservation at her favorite restaurant. I bought her a necklace she had been eyeing for months. I left work early to surprise her. I found her in our bedroom packing a suitcase. I need space, she said without looking at me. Space? What are you talking about? This is not working. I need time to think. I stood there watching my life crumble in real time. Natalie, talk to me. What is happening? She finally looked at me, and I saw it. Guilt, pure and undeniable guilt written on her face. I just need to clear some things up. Is there someone else? No, she said too quickly. I just need time. She left that night. She stayed with her friend Sabrina. I tried calling her, texting her, anything. She responded with single words. I need space. I'm not ready to talk. It's complicated. I was losing my mind. I could not focus on work. I was not sleeping. Garrett practically moved into my guest room for a week to make sure I ate and functioned like a human being. That first weekend, Garrett arrived with whiskey and zero patience for my self-pity. Brother, she is seeing someone else. Wake up. You do not know that. Yes, I do. Women do not ask for space out of nowhere. They ask for space because they have already checked out emotionally and are either with someone new or are about to be. I wanted to argue, but deep down I knew he was right. The question was, with whom? I got the answer 2 weeks later. I was at my parents' house for Sunday dinner. A torture session I usually avoided, but Mom had been calling nonstop, saying the family needed to talk. I thought it would be about Natalie, since they knew we had broken up. Maybe they wanted to offer support, act like parents for once. Logan was not there when I arrived. Mom and Dad were doing that thing where they look at each other without saying what is wrong. Finally, Dad cleared his throat. Son, we have to tell you something. I felt my stomach drop. What? Mom intervened. Logan has been going through a lot. He has finally found someone who makes him happy, and we think you should support him. The words did not process at first. Then Logan walked in, holding hands with Natalie. I stared at them, my brain refusing to process what I was seeing. Logan had an expression of guilt, but also defiance. Natalie could not look at me. She was wearing the necklace I had bought her for Christmas, the one with the sapphire pendant that cost me $2,000. She was wearing it on a date with my brother to tell me they were together. Hey, brother, Logan said with a falsely casual tone. We need to talk. I stood up and grabbed my keys. Mom tried to stop me. Please, listen to them. It was not their intention for this to happen. What was not their intention to happen here? My voice came out strangely calm. We are together now, Logan said. It just happened. We tried to fight it. But how long? I interrupted him. That is not what matters. How long? Natalie finally spoke. For months. For months. While I was planning our wedding, while I was trying to fix our relationship, while I blamed myself because she was pulling away, while I tortured myself thinking about what I had done wrong, she was with Logan. Get out of my way, I told Mom. Where are you going? Dad asked. Anywhere but here. Dad even tried to block me physically. He started with how I was being immature, that Logan and Natalie deserved to be happy, that I should want the best for my brother. I simply pushed him aside and left. I drove to Garrett's house and told him everything. He just shook his head. Your family is more screwed up than I thought. And that is saying a lot. The following weeks were a blur. I blocked Natalie everywhere. I did not answer Logan's messages trying to explain himself. I ignored my parents' calls about being mature about all this. Logan sent me a very long message saying he never wanted to hurt me, that he and Natalie simply connected on a deeper level, that sometimes you cannot help who you fall in love with. He ended with, I hope you can be happy for us. I threw myself into work, started therapy, focused on healing, and returned the ring to the jeweler. I lost $4,000 on the return, but it did not matter. A small price to pay for dodging that bullet. I changed the locks on my condo, even though Natalie had already returned her key. You could not be too careful. 2 months passed. I was more or less okay. Not great, but okay. I started casually seeing someone new. Nothing serious, just trying to move on with my life and prove to myself that I could exist without Natalie. Then came Mom's text. Your birthday is coming up. Let's have a family dinner, please. Come, we miss you. My 32nd birthday. Honestly, I had forgotten about it with everything that had happened. Part of me wanted to ignore it, but I was curious. I wondered if they would really acknowledge what Logan had done, if maybe they would finally see how twisted all this was. Garrett said I was being stupid. They are going to ambush you with something. A family dinner is never just a family dinner with those people. I will be fine, I said. What is the worst that can happen? I am going with you, Garrett offered. Moral support. It is not necessary. Can I just go with you, he repeated. This time it was not a question. All right, I accepted. But you pay for the first round after. I'm going, I replied by text. But I choose the restaurant. I chose a fancy steakhouse downtown, one of those with $80 cuts and $200 bottles of wine. If I was going to endure that dinner, at least let it be worth it. I made a reservation for 8 people, my parents, Logan, Garrett, and me. I assumed Logan would probably bring Natalie, because why not twist the knife a little more? I left room for a couple of extra people just in case. The week before my birthday, Logan texted me, "Hey brother, I'm really glad you're coming to dinner. It means a lot. No hard feelings." I did not reply. Garrett thought I was crazy for going. "They are just going to ruin your birthday, brother. Why give them the chance?" "Because I want to see how far they are capable of going," I said. "Part of me needs to know if they are truly that shameless." Spoiler alert, they were worse than I imagined. The birthday dinner arrived. Saturday night, 7 p.m. I arrived first, told the hostess that I would pay for the entire table, and gave her my card to open the tab. An expensive move, but I wanted to have total control of the situation. I wanted them to order whatever they wanted, without hesitation, for them to be comfortable and relaxed so I could see their true colors. My parents arrived next. Mom hugged me and said she was very happy I had come. Dad shook my hand and gave me one of those pats on the shoulder that are supposed to mean something. They looked nervous, as they should. "Good thing we could do this," Mom said, squeezing my arm. "It has been too long. Family should not go so long without seeing each other." "Yeah," I said, without mentioning that the last time we saw each other they were defending my brother for stealing my fiancée. Then Logan arrived with Natalie, Natalie's parents, and Natalie's sister. 8 people in total, just what I had reserved, except I had assumed Logan would bring maybe 1 or 2 people, not his new girlfriend's entire damn family, to my birthday dinner. Logan had that satisfied, smug smile as they approached. "Hope you do not mind that we brought a few others. We wanted everyone to celebrate together." Natalie's parents looked uncomfortable. Her mom looked at me sideways, as if she could not quite understand how this situation worked. Her sister, Lauren, was on her phone, clearly wishing she were anywhere else. I did not react, just smiled and pointed to the table. "Sure, the more the merrier. Let's sit." I ended up between my dad and Garrett, who had arrived 5 minutes after Logan's group. Just seeing the scene, he sent me a text. "I am here for damage control. Say the word, and we leave." Natalie looked uncomfortable. Good. Her parents did not know the whole story, only that she was now dating my brother. Uncomfortable was an understatement. Lauren definitely knew by the way she shot looks of disgust at Natalie. The dinner started more or less okay. Small talk, drink orders, everyone pretending this was not the most awkward meal in history. I kept my cool. I spoke politely with Natalie's dad about his construction business. I asked her mom about her garden. I played the perfect host. Then the food arrived. Appetizers, main courses, sides, dessert. Logan ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, a $95 tomahawk, lobster bisque, and truffle fries. Natalie's dad ordered top-shelf whiskey and kept ordering more. Everyone was drinking, eating, and having a great time at what was supposed to be my birthday dinner. No one said happy birthday, not once, not my parents, not Logan, and definitely not Natalie. Her parents wished me a polite happy birthday when they arrived, but that was it. About halfway through the dinner, Logan stood up and tapped his glass as if he were going to make a toast. My stomach sank because I knew exactly where this was going. "Hey everyone, I have an announcement," Logan said, smiling like an idiot. Natalie's face went white. She shook her head slightly, as if she had told him not to do this. Mom looked delighted. Dad was smiling. Garrett's jaw tensed. He put his hand on my arm, ready to stop me if needed. "Natalie and I are engaged." Logan pulled out a box with a ring. "I asked her to marry me yesterday, and she said yes." The table erupted. Natalie's family celebrating, Mom crying, Dad shaking Logan's hand. Natalie was sitting with a frozen smile, not looking at me, although I was staring right at her. The ring was small. It probably cost about $2,000, if that, nothing compared to what I had given her. He surely maxed out a credit card to buy it. Or more likely, Mom and Dad paid for it. Logan kept talking, oblivious, or rather, on purpose. I know the timing might be weird, but we did not want to wait. When you know, right? He actually looked directly at me when he said that last part. The restaurant was loud, but I heard everything with absolute clarity. My mom congratulating Logan for finally finding the one. Natalie's mom talking excitedly about wedding plans. Dad saying something about how Logan was now truly becoming a real man. Everyone celebrating while I sat there on my damn birthday. Garrett leaned toward me. Say the word, and we leave. I took a sip of my bourbon and looked at Logan enjoying all the attention. Then at my parents who did not even look at me. Then at Natalie, playing the happy fiancé, knowing perfectly well what she was doing. Logan finally addressed me directly. Hey, brother, he said, still standing with his arm around Natalie. I know it is your birthday and all, but I couldn't wait to share the news. No hard feelings. The whole table went silent. Everyone looked at me, waiting for my reaction, wanting me to cause a scene to give them the drama they were looking for. Natalie's sister, Lauren, watched me as if expecting me to flip the table. Garrett already had his phone in hand, probably ready to record if everything spun out of control. I smiled and raised my glass. None, I said. Congratulations to you both. Logan looked almost disappointed, as if he wanted me to explode, to give him the satisfaction of playing the victim and telling everyone how his jealous brother ruined his engagement announcement. Thanks, brother, he said. It means a lot, really. When is the wedding? I asked, maintaining a light and interested tone. Natalie finally spoke. We are thinking next spring. Something small and intimate. Sounds perfect, I said, taking another sip of my bourbon. I am sure you will be very happy together. The rest of the dinner was unbearable. Everyone tried to include me in the conversations about the wedding, asking if I would be part of the wedding party, suggesting dates. Mom even asked me if I thought they should do a destination wedding. Dad wanted to know if I had recommendations for venues because of my experience. My experience planning a wedding with the woman who was now engaged to my brother. I played along, smiled, nodded, gave generic answers, and kept my cool the whole time. Logan was delighted, thinking I was being understanding. Natalie looked guilty but relieved. My parents were happy that their children were getting along. The bill arrived for $1,200 for my birthday dinner, where my brother announced his engagement to my ex-fiancée. Steaks, seafood, appetizers, desserts, and enough alcohol to stock a small bar. Everything Logan and Natalie's family had stuffed themselves with while celebrating their engagement on my birthday. I paid without blinking. I left a 20% tip. I also did not want the waiter to pay for my family's dysfunction. Everyone thanked me. Mom kissed my cheek. Dad said, "Good man, son." Logan even said, "Thanks for being so chill about all this." No one sang happy birthday. The restaurant did not bring any special dessert. No one acknowledged that it was supposed to be my celebration. It was just Logan and Natalie's engagement party, funded by me. We left the restaurant. Logan came up to me in the parking lot, with Natalie hanging back. "Thanks for being so cool with this," he said. "I was afraid you would make things weird." "And why would I make things weird?" I replied. "You are happy. She is happy. That is what matters." He believed it. He pulled me in for a hug. "You are the best, brother. Seriously, I know this must have been hard for you, but you handled it like a champ." Natalie came over. "Thank you for tonight, for the dinner, and for being so understanding. I know we hurt you, but I hope we can all move forward." I looked at her, really looked at her. I saw the guilt she was trying to hide, the relief that I was not causing a scene. "Sure," I said. "Life goes on." Logan put his arm around her shoulders. "I guess I should text you about being my best man, right? It would mean a lot to have you there with me." "Let me think about it," I said. "It is a big commitment." "No pressure. I just wanted you to know that you are my first choice." They left. Garrett and I stayed in the parking lot. He was shaking his head. "That may have been the most messed up thing I have ever seen in my life," he said. "And I have seen a lot of messed up things." "Yeah. Are you okay?" "Not even a little bit." "Good. Because if you had told me you were okay, I would know you were lying." He patted me on the shoulder. "Let us go get drunk. Seriously. And tomorrow we see whatever it is you are planning." "How do you know I am planning something?" "Because I know you. And that smile you had during dinner was not forgiveness. It was calculation." He was right. I went home, went straight to my office, and opened my laptop. You see, there is something no one at that dinner knew. I have been paying the monthly payment on Logan's car for 3 years. Let me explain. When Logan was 25, he decided he needed a car. Not just any car. A $50,000 BMW 330i, red leather interior, premium sound system, all the upgrades. He had a horrible credit history from having defaulted on a credit card and had no real income. He could not get loan approval. Dad called me and asked me to be his co-signer. He said Logan really needed this to straighten out his life, to get to and from his job. A job he quit 2 months later. At first, I said no. I told Dad that Logan needed to build his own credit and sort out his life first. But Mom called crying, telling me how depressed Logan was, that this would help him straighten out his life, that lately he had been doing better, that he was arriving on time for work, talking about his future, that a reliable car would give him the confidence boost he needed. I gave in, signed as a co-signer on the loan, and thought that in the worst case, Logan would make the payments for a while, build some credit, and maybe even pay it off. Logan promised he would make the payments. He swore it, thanked me immensely, and said I was the best brother in the world. That lasted 4 months before he stopped paying. The bank started calling me, since I was the co-signer. They threatened to destroy my credit if the payments were not made. My credit score dropped 30 points in a single month because of the late payments. So I started paying $670 a month for Logan's BMW while he drove it like he had earned it. I told myself it was temporary, that he would get his act together and take over the payments, that protecting my credit was worth it. 3 years later, I was still paying. I never told Logan that I was the one making the payments. He thought Dad was taking care of it. I did not tell Mom or Dad either because, as always, they would just make excuses for Logan. I simply kept covering his back in silence, as I had always done. Until now. I logged into the loan account and called the bank Monday morning. I need to stop making payments on this account, I told the representative. Are you sure? That will result in default and repossession of the vehicle. I am very sure. We will have to contact the primary borrower before proceeding with the repossession. He is the primary borrower. I am just the co-signer. Do what you have to do. They explained the process to me. Logan would receive notifications for late payments. After 60 days of non-payment, repossession proceedings would begin. Probably another 30 days after that before they actually took the car. My credit would be affected, but I could recover. Logan's credit would be destroyed for 7 years. 3 months of pain. Perfect. I also removed myself as an emergency contact on the account. I changed all my information so nothing would reach me. I made sure every notification, every call, and every letter went directly to Logan. Then I sat down to wait. The first month, nothing. Logan probably did not even notice the payment had not been made. He kept driving his BMW, surely telling everyone how well he was doing, that he was finally fixing his life now that he had Natalie. The second month, he wrote, "Hey, weird question. They have been calling me about my car payment. Do you think someone is trying to scam me?" I replied, "Yes, it is surely spam. Block the number." He did. He sent me a laughing emoji and a thanks. Week 3 of the second month. Another message. "The bank says my account is overdue. This is definitely a scam, right? Do you get stuff like this all the time too?" I lied. Ignore it. Garrett was the only person who knew what I was doing. He told me I was being ruthless. I told him I was being financially responsible. "Are you going to let them take the car?" He asked me. "I am going to stop paying for a car I do not drive for a person who does not appreciate it." "That is cold, brother." He sat thinking. "I love it. What car is it?" "BMW 330i red." "Oh, he is going to lose his mind. That is his baby. Not my problem." Month 3 was different. Logan called me in a panic. It was 8 in the morning on a Tuesday. I was getting ready for work. "Brother, the bank says they are going to take my car. I thought it was a scam. Did you check your account?" "Yes. Someone has not been making the payments, but Dad said he was taking care of it." "Then talk to Dad." I did. "He says he has not been paying. He says it was you. But that cannot be, because you would have told me. You would have said something before it got this bad. I do not know what to tell you, Logan. Have you been paying for my car?" His voice broke. "I co-signed your loan. When you stopped paying, it fell on me. I covered it." Silence. A long and heavy silence. I could hear him breathing, processing it. "For how long?" 3 years. 3 years. That is thousands of dollars. $24,120 to be exact. Plus interest. "Why did not you tell me?" "You did not ask. You assumed Dad was paying for it. I let you believe that." "Well, can you? Can you make the payment? I will pay you back. I swear. Natalie and I will figure it out." "No." "What do you mean, no?" "I mean, no. I am not going to make any more payments. You want to keep the car? Pay for it yourself. But right now I do not have that kind of money. The wedding is expensive. And I hung up. He called immediately. I did not answer. He called 5 more times. I sent him a single text. Happy engagement. By the way, hope it was worth it. 10 minutes later, Mom called. What is going on with Logan's car? She demanded. Not a hello, nor a how are you. Straight to the attack. I stopped paying for it. Have you been paying for it for 3 years? You are welcome, by the way. Well, you cannot just stop doing it. He needs that car. How is he supposed to get to work? How is he supposed to live his life? Then he should pay for it. He is 28 years old, Mom, with a fiancé and a wedding to plan. Seems like he should be able to take care of a car payment. He does not have money. You know that. After everything he has been through. Mom, I am not going to have this conversation. Logan is an adult. He can fix his own car payment. This is because of Natalie, right? You are punishing him because you cannot accept that they are in love. You are being vindictive and cruel. No, this is because I am no longer going to be your bank. Goodbye, Mom. I hung up and blocked her number. Surprisingly, I felt good. Dad called 5 minutes later from work. Different tone, more disappointed than angry. Son, your mother just called me, very upset. What is happening with Logan's car? I have been paying for his car for 3 years. I am going to stop doing so. I see. Pause. Did something happen that triggered this decision? You mean something besides him stealing my fiancé and announcing his engagement at my birthday dinner? He did not steal anyone. Natalie made her own choice. And I am making mine. No more payments. This seems like a disproportionate response. Logan needs that car. Then he should have thought about that before he stopped making payments on the loan, before he made me responsible, and before he celebrated his engagement to my ex at my birthday dinner. Life has consequences, Dad. Son, you are being petty. I am being free. Goodbye. I blocked him too. And when they called from work numbers, I blocked those too. I let them go to voicemail. I deleted the messages without listening to them. Over the next week, Logan tried everything. He showed up at my condo. I did not open the door. I just watched through the peephole while he pounded and screamed. He sent me very long messages about family, loyalty, and how I was destroying his life over a grudge. I ignored everything. He made Natalie write to me. Please, we need to talk about this. Logan is devastated. Can't you see what this is doing to him? I replied, no hard feelings, remember? And I blocked her number. Garrett came over that weekend with beer. How is the chaos going? Brother, he is losing his mind. Good, he deserves it. Both of them. Yeah. Do you feel guilty at all? Not even a little bit. You know what feels good? Finally not being the family ATM. Finally letting him face the consequences. The best part was when Logan tried to show up at my office. Security called me to ask if I wanted him removed. I said yes. I watched him from my window as they escorted him out. He was yelling something about me being his brother, about family loyalty. Security did not care. They just wanted him gone. 60 days after I stopped paying, the repo company found the BMW. Logan had been parking in different places every night trying to hide it. They finally caught him while he was at work. They arrived with a tow truck and took it. That same afternoon, I received a very satisfying text from him. They took my damn car. Are you happy now? I replied, very much. Enjoy your engagement. Do not forget you still owe that loan. The bank is coming for you for the full amount. And then I blocked his number. The consequences were predictable. My parents called from a new number I did not recognize in time to block. They left a voicemail saying I was cruel, selfish, and petty, that Logan was family, and I should support him no matter what had happened, that I was destroying the family over a woman who clearly was not for me anyway. I saved the message, listened to it once, laughed, deleted it, and blocked that number too. Natalie tried to contact me through Lauren, her sister. Lauren actually apologized first. She said what Natalie had done was horrible, that she had told her not to do it, and then said Natalie wanted to talk and fix things. I told Lauren that anyone who remained friends with Natalie was free to stay on that side. Lauren replied, perfect. I did not plan to. What she did was disgusting. I just wanted you to know she tried to use me. I lost some mutual friends who took Logan and Natalie's side. The ones worth keeping stayed. It turned out most people thought stealing your brother's fiancé was pretty screwed up, no matter how much they loved each other. Garrett threw a repo celebration party for me at his house. He ordered a cake that said, No hard feelings and frosting. We got drunk, played video games, and talked trash about my family. The best birthday celebration I could have asked for. To freedom from a toxic family, Garrett toasted. To letting people face the consequences of their own actions, I replied. To tow trucks doing God's work. We clinked glasses. 3 weeks after the repossession, I found out through gossip, specifically through Lauren, who decided we were now friends, that Logan and Natalie's wedding was postponed indefinitely. Turns out planning a wedding is expensive when you are broke. Natalie's dad is no longer helping. Lauren said he found out the whole story about her being engaged to the brother first from mom, no less, and he was not happy at all about funding that disaster. Now Logan takes the bus to his part-time job. Natalie drives him in her car when she can. Lauren says they fight constantly about money. Logan thought Natalie had savings. Natalie thought Logan had a trust fund or something like that. Both were wrong. They deserve each other. Both are spoiled. Both take advantage of others. And both are surprised that actions have consequences. Lauren told me over coffee. My parents still try every now and then. New numbers, emails, messages through distant relatives. I do not answer. I cut contact completely. I realized I do not need their approval and their toxicity in my life. Logan chose Natalie. They chose Logan. I choose peace. The BMW has probably already been sold at auction. Logan's credit is destroyed. He will be paying that defaulted loan for years, assuming the bank does not sue him first for the remaining balance. And with a repossession on his record, good luck getting anything else financed. No car, no apartment, nothing. All because he could not take care of a $670 monthly payment for a car he never should have bought. Comment. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about getting revenge. It's about reclaiming your own peace. It shows us that setting firm boundaries, even with family, is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. Sometimes, letting go is the only way to allow yourself and others to truly grow. Always remember to prioritize your well-being and surround yourself with people who genuinely value you. If you like the stories, don't forget to leave a comment and support the channel by subscribing. See you in the upcoming stories.